What's up, everybody? And I'm here with the song winner from last week's episode. It is Michael Sandoval who correctly guessed Destiny. So I'm here at the beginning telling you this because when we recorded this episode, no one had correctly guessed it yet. But Michael came in at the last second and correctly guessed the game. So Michael, send us your hint and song for a future episode. So without further ado, here's episode 56. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Team Chat Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Jerrett Wilson, joined to my right by Rachel Mogan.
How's it going?
And to my left, Zachary Parks.
Yo.
In case you did not know, Team Chat Podcast is a video game podcast where we talk about games, the ones we love, the ones we hate, and everything in between. If you'd like to get in contact with us, you can do that by going to teamchatpodcast@gmail.com, sending us an email there, liking us on Facebook, following us on Twitter, and subscribing to us on iTunes and YouTube, as well as other audio services like SoundCloud, Google Play, Stitcher. We're all there. If you'd like to support the show, you can do just that by going to patreon.com/teamchatpodcast and checking that out, where as for as little as $1 a month, you can support the show, and we'll give you a cool perk like getting the audio version of the episode early. We also have a couple other tiers on there, so check that out if that interests you at all. If not, that's no big deal, because we'll keep making the show each and every week because we love it. Throwing in some of the old spiel there for a little bit. You know, just going back to the basics. It feels good. But that's Team Chat Podcast. Patreon.com/Team Chat Podcast.
Pretty good. I wish new listeners need to go back and listen to the old episodes.
Oh man,
to get the joke.
they're hilarious.
Yeah, to get the joke
It's opening.
Now I finally got it down
now
pat.
it's no fun.
Now
fun.
it's good. I just go through my spiel.
It's just
You guys are
normal
just
stuff.
like, this is fine. He'll get through it. No longer is
But
it the
before. Wait.
So
Go
yeah.
back and listen
so
to the old
we'll yeah. But no, the joke's over. I've
It
improved.
is the joke. Unfortunately,
I've
it's
stepped
over.
up my game.
You have, yeah.
I have a couple little stumbles where you guys are like,
Yeah.
Oh,
but then
but
you like acknowledge it and go right through it.
Yeah, no big deal.
Very
No big deal.
gracefully.
Maybe if we start heckling.
Yeah, maybe we can try to like mess you
know.
with you, like flick your ear or something.
So Sam has this thing that she'll do to me, and I try to do it to her every once in a while, but it doesn't have as much effect, and I've gotten better about it too. We'll be going through the drive-thru and we're trying to order food, and while I'm ordering and like giving the spiel, Sam will start yelling milkshake like really loud, just like yell it, and then most of the
Will she be like, what?
now
On the
like,
other
and just like keep saying it over and over, but like in a really weird voice, like milkshake, like all this stuff, which normally sometimes it's fine. But other times it just hits the funny bone just right.
Yeah.
And I literally cannot stop laughing enough to even order. And so it sounds like we're probably high. Just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, right,
milkshake, man.
right.
So it's so yes, that's what
very funny.
That's what that reminded me of.
Sam has an interesting life.
She does. We do. We
like her
share an
sense of
interesting
humor.
life
Yeah.
together.
Her
Yeah,
humor
it's
is
good.
funny.
It is funny.
Yeah, it's very
good.
funny.
So one of our listeners, who I also play Overwatch with, he's a friend of Bro Mogan. Other Zach, we'll call him, non-podcast Zach. He just got For Honor as well.
Ooh.
And I understand that you have also been playing
I
a lot of
have.
For Honor. And
Released
I,
yesterday as of this recording.
as we all know, I still think there's cowboys in that game, and there's
I
not.
think
No
there
cowboys.
are somewhere.
So he basically gave like what I really think is just a really good rundown of how the combat system works, because we've been talking a lot about it. Like there's a really high skill level and all
Yep.
the skill ceiling, more or less.
Yeah.
Like a bell curve.
Oh.
Or what is it? No, it's a J curve. Which
I don't
is-
know.
What is that? What are you
sounds
talking
math.
about?
I like graphs. Anyway, so the point is
the game hard?
And we were just chatting about it, and we've talked a bit about how the combat system is really unique and how there's a really high skill ceiling. But for someone who hasn't played it, like me, I don't know what that really means. So he actually just gave me a really good breakdown of how the combat system works. So he says, so there are 12 playable characters, and the combat works by getting close to another player and then attacking or guarding from the right, left, or above. There are light and heavy attacks, and you can guard or parry the attacks that come at you. Essentially, guard beats attack, grab beats guard, and attack beats grab, kind of like rock, paper, scissors. He didn't say that, but I got the gist. Each character has its own combos and things it excels at, though, such as the samurai, the knight, etc. It's very different combat from anything I've ever played before, and is so satisfying when you win a fight. He also goes on to say, also, you choose a faction when you first play the game. I believe you picked Raiders.
Knights.
Knights.
I chose
okay.
Knights.
I thought you picked Raiders.
No, well, Vikings would have been the other one. I chose them when I was doing the closed beta, but I switched when the game came out to be Knights.
So he says you choose a faction when you first play the game, but you can play any character from any faction. The faction you choose just dictates where your victory points go during the global competition.
Yep.
Which is something I didn't know was a thing.
Cross-platform, too.
Yeah, that's pretty... Ooh,
How many-
really?
I mean, you don't interact with like it's not cross-platform in the way that me on a PS4 is going to play against somebody on an Xbox Live,
the
like in a
points
duel.
still
But the points
get
total
added.
the chosen faction from all platforms.
How
See, I
many
had no
factions are
idea.
there?
3:
3.
Samurai, Vikings, and Knights.
And that's
And
just
Cowboys.
an ongoing competition.
It has like rounds.
Okay.
And like right now it's in round 1.
Almost
obviously,
like a
since
season, kind of.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like 13 days each round or something like that.
so whatever
it's-
you do just goes towards that faction.
And what
But then
happens
you get-
if your faction wins the 13 days?
Yes.
don't know yet.
Vegas
well,
will
Hasn't got there yet.
find
The game's
out.
only been out as of we're recording it now. It's only been out for a day.
So it
day
still
and a
won't
half.
be over until the next episode.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
We'll have to circle back around. But no, yeah, that is a really great description of how the combat is. It's actually like I was reading online and somebody actually said it's really more of a fighting game than anything else because you
Like
have
a-
movesets like
Like
Mortal
Tekken.
Kombat and
Yeah,
Tekken
yeah.
stuff like that. Obviously, it's like a third person 3D perspective instead of from the side.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's a really good way of going about it because it is like today I was playing. I think now I'm finally getting on the upper end of the skill curve because after having played through the open beta, the closed beta, and now this, I was fighting a guy 1-on-1 today. We were both wardens, which is the default knight class that you can be, that you can just start with. And the first couple matches we played like four matches. The first 2, he beat me handily. Because I would win like 1 and he would win 3. It's always best out of 5.
okay. I
But
didn't know
he
that
kept
either.
coming up to me and like doing the grab and then slashing me, grab, slashing me, grab, slashing me. So it was hard to get away and get back. But then by the time we got to our 3rd round, I had figured out through the other rounds and stuff and then played that like that was pretty much what he knew to do. Grab you, slash you.
So
grab
how do you counter
slash
that?
you? You just have distance, hit him with big things at a
You
distance.
throw rocks
Yeah,
at them.
you hide and just chuck things at them.
Well, no, it's like
That's
they
exactly
come
how
in,
I play games.
Like there's a big attack that you can do as the warden where he like takes one-handed big huge sweep of his sword and it's got a really big reach on it. Then
so
your
you
heavy
can do
attacks
that.
have a big reach.
Okay.
And so if you come in and like hit him with a couple of quick attacks, jump back, swipe, and all this stuff, like I took that dude out in the 2 rounds and I beat him 3-0 two rounds in a row.
And are these AI?
Demoralizing.
No, this is
Oh,
this
these
is
are
another
other
person.
people.
They are-
Wow,
but let me ask you,
God.
So that was
Other-
that guy's play
There's
style, and I was
so much
able
that
to
I am
counter
learning
it. Yeah,
about
and there is
this
AI. You can
That's
play
what I
against
was gonna
AI
ask.
too.
So when you're fighting against him, are there AI around him anywhere, or it's just one-on-one?
No, just 1-on-1. Then you can also
because
there's
the
so
clips
there's
I saw of yours were
so
a
yeah
lot
because
of
there are
AI.
different versions. There's 1-on-1 duel, 2-on-2 duel,
Ooh, that sounds.
and you
fun.
can do all these modes against AI or other people if you want.
2-on-2.
Yeah.
crazy.
Then they have elimination, which is 5-on-5.
Oh, so it's a really pretty heavy multiplayer
Yeah, that's
game.
Yeah,
a lot
and
of
then,
options.
And then it has domination, which is what you've seen,
Oh.
where it's 2 teams of 4, and there are AI soldiers,
Okay.
and you have to capture zones.
See, that's
okay.
actually
Wow,
kind
it's
of what
really
I thought was the
multiplayer heavy.
primary mode because that's really the only one that I had heard of.
Well,
in
it's because
advance.
it's the most. It's the grandest mode to like
if
you know
if you will.
you know where it's like
Lord Jerrett.
it's a lot of there's a lot of combat going on, a lot of different stuff. So it's easy to
I hope
it
you
looks
could-
cool to show it off.
I hope you could still take the role of like the king watching.
I was about to say I really
Oh,
missed Lord
fight
Jerrett.
You can like
me.
stand up. You can stand up on top of the
Isn't this
high
grand?
tower and just call in like
Yeah.
an arrow storm. Be like,
Yes.
yes, right there.
Right there. You have your big
Yeah.
king
Oh yeah, that's totally still a thing.
with his tea.
But no, yeah. So that is
Glorious.
that is a great description of For Honor. And so far, I'll circle around and do a full review on it in probably
Oh, yeah.
hopefully by next week or
Yeah,
something like
that'd
that.
be
We can do
great.
that and
and you could
really fill
review
it
that
in.
and Portal, perhaps.
I could because
you-
I did finish
We'll
that.
call it
You
the-
finished it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I texted you guys and said it.
Oh yeah, he said it goes to really dark places.
That's
and
what I
was
remember
like,
that.
Oh,
I didn't
you-
know that meant you
Yeah,
finished
I
it.
just like
sweet
stayed
summer
up. I
child.
like stayed up and finished
Did
it because I
you
got close.
get to the ending credits? Did you listen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the song.
You've heard that before.
I think I knew about it, but I'd never heard it.
It's a good song.
It was a good song.
I have it on
liked
my.
it.
I
It was
listened
funny.
to it today on my iPod. Yeah. This was a triumph.
Who's not listening to it on a daily basis? That's the question.
I have that one and the one from Portal 2 on my Spotify.
Nice.
Do you know the Portal 2 one?
Yes. It's
It's very different, but it's pretty good too. It's like Now You Only Want Me Gone, or what is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Now you only want me gone. Oh, that's great.
So before we get to our topic, we do have to do the song contest, which as of this recording, nobody has. We're having to record a little bit earlier in the week than normal, and nobody has guessed it yet. Today's only Wednesday.
So
I thought it was
guesses.
Thursday this whole time.
And last episode, I said, I gave the hint, which is travel among the stars to fight an ancient evil. And I said, and it was probably to the detriment of everyone guessing, that it was easy. Because no one's got it so far. So, and we've had a lot of guesses. We've had, you guessed Halo, Dylan guessed Halo 2. We had somebody else, Cody, I think, guessed Mass Effect.
Halo 2.
And everyone is so close.
Effect. Yeah,
so close, but I still cannot believe that no one has hit it because I thought it was
so close to both of those that we
Mass
haven't...
Effect and Halo. They're like space.
No, not those
fighters.
two.
Oh.
Between
okay, well, now.
Shit.
So the guesses that you guys get. Okay, so this is where it was close, and I kind of realized that maybe the hint wasn't quite clear enough or whatever.
Can we get an alt hint?
Okay, so but the thing is, Halo and this game share the same composer.
What?
Oh.
Martin O'Donnell?
You're getting there.
Or the other guy?
No, both of them.
I referred to him as the other guy. What's his name?
Michael Salvatore.
He's Michael Salvatore.
No, wait, that doesn't have anything to do with space.
Oh, you're killing me. Killing me, Smalls.
Destiny?
Destiny.
Oh, wow, that's surprising.
I wouldn't have gotten that.
That went through my head. I was like, that doesn't sound like music from Destiny.
I would
Destiny.
not have. You've even played that game.
Yes, I
You
have.
should be ashamed.
Yeah, that's
you know
why I
what I
thought
like?
you would get it because we've talked about Destiny so
-1
much.
for Xbox.
Well, the music that I remember, the music when I think of Destiny, I think about like the tower music. It's like very Minecrafty. It's like,
I thought about
So which part
maybe
of
playing
Destiny is
that.
that from then?
it's from like it's from a battle part of it's battle music.
So it's just regular in-game music.
Yeah, that you would come across in like the strikes and the normal missions. I heard
You
it several
should be
times.
ashamed.
I should
The
have
track was The Last
thought that.
Array, if you want to
Yeah.
listen to it. And so it's Michael Salvatore, Martin O'Donnell,
Oh wow.
and a couple other guys. I can't remember who they
It's
are.
funny, I know I just said that, but when I think of Destiny, I think of slow music. I don't,
Yeah.
I really
No, most of the soundtrack is really
I
slow,
will
and
say
so I
maybe-
thought that's why this one would stick out because
Yeah.
it's like the one like really strong like battle track.
I guess maybe that's sort of speaks about what I thought the best music in Destiny was. Maybe was the slow music. Maybe I didn't resonate as much with the battle
It was a
music.
good track, though.
It was good. When we were listening.
I love
And
that
It sounded
one.
like right when it was ending, it went to another sort of space in the music that sounded really cool.
But yeah, so the background to that hint is that in the opening credits, it talks about the darkness that's been chasing the traveler and everything through all of time.
Yeah, which is so ambiguous.
It is ambiguous,
You know?
but you go through the stars.
Complain some more about
you go to
Destiny, Zach.
Venus. You go to Mars.
like a good time to
You go to
complain.
these asteroids.
You do.
stuff like
No,
that.
that's it.
So,
I
like,
think the hint was fine.
okay.
The hint was
Oh
fine.
no, the hint was good.
Yeah.
We just thought it was
Travel
every
to
other
stars.
space game.
And in
except
Destiny,
for
you
that
really,
one.
I know
yeah.
you guys were listening to them before we started. I'm like, no, that's still not it. It's right there. It's obvious.
Dang, we even tried Mario Galaxy, and
Yeah.
we knew that wasn't
Space
it.
Fighter. that's Mario Galaxy.
The ancient evil is Bowser.
But yeah, so I saw the Halo guest come in and the Halo 2 guest, and I was
Yeah.
like, you're so
That
close.
is very close.
Different game.
Sick.
Bummer, man.
All right. Well, now let's get on to the topic. So today we're circling back to one of our other older favorite topics. We're going to talk about some of our favorite weapons again.
And it's been a
Volume
while.
2.
Exciting.
It has been
When
a
did
while.
we do the first volume? Does anyone know the number?
I was looking back in my notes because I wanted to make sure I didn't
35?
duplicate it. It has to be. It was either late 20s or early 30s, I think.
Okay.
Really?
I thought it was like
feels
It's
like
been a
it
while.
was way earlier than
No,
that.
it wasn't that
was
early.
I think it was
Oh,
like 34. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's a guess.
somewhere in there. We'll
Maybe
check.
It's just that we're internally old.
Well, what episode is this? 55?
56?
Is it really 56?
Yeah.
Wow.
How the time flies.
Yeah.
How it flies.
That is
How it
pretty
flies.
amazing.
But this is kind of the one that we even bring up a lot as a candidate for this exact thing. Like a
redo-
part
well,
two.
so many of
Yeah.
like
We do
we've done
part 3
favorite
and
villains,
4.
favorite boss,
Oh, yeah.
boss
Yeah.
battles, villains, maps. Like
Ooh,
that.
maps is, I would love to
Yeah,
revisit
we
maps.
need to revisit maps at some
Well,
point
we
too.
can change tracks. It's not too late.
Yeah, let's go.
Do it on the fly.
Yeah.
But so yeah, so
Favorite
Weapons.
weapons, part 2.
Yeah.
Does anyone, just real quick, some of the ones we talked about in the first volume?
I look back at mine. Mine was the hidden blades of Assassin's Creed,
Yeah.
energy sword from Halo,
Nice. I remember that.
and
I must have done the Halo 1 pistol.
Mine was damage to your self-esteem via Gladys.
Yes, really
she was very snarky. Oh crap! I can't remember my third one now. I just looked at my list.
I think I did the Halo 1 pistol. I must have.
Oh yeah, the three
shot.
kill.
Yeah.
The chainsaw gun from Gears.
Yep.
I'm pretty the Lancer.
Yep.
Pretty sure I did that. But I can't remember my
third one.
I hope I'm not
I don't
repeating
remember
something.
any of that. I think I did the morph ball from Metroid Prime.
Yeah, you did that, and I think
And
something
I
from
definitely
Splatoon.
did Splatoon.
Yeah,
Did we touch on Unreal? Because I have one from Unreal.
I don't think we did.
Maybe I thought I did the flat cannon from Unreal.
Okay, I have one from Unreal that's not the flat cannon.
Well, then we can still do
Redeemer?
it.
What?
Is it the Redeemer?
No, it's not the Redeemer. It's
Well, then what is it?
it's the sniper rifle.
Oh.
It's a little standard, but
sniper rifles can be great.
I have a lot of memory.
Yeah.
Specifically the lightning sniper rifle.
Ooh, the lightning.
So I
sniper
think
rifle.
that maybe this is only from Unreal
Was that
Championship.
from-
This is where I played it.
Oh, okay.
Because Unreal, it was. Did the sniper change a lot through the Unreal series?
I remember in Unreal 2004, which would have been the one that I played the most of.
On
I
what?
think it
On
was
computer?
just. Oh yeah, on PC. I
Okay.
think it would have just been a standard sniper rifle.
Okay, so
I don't remember any lightning,
Right.
but that could also be my aim was terrible and I never used
Yeah.
the sniper.
So the one I used was from Unreal Championship, which I'm sure hardcore Unreal fans will not like that because it was for
Oh.
Xbox and it's primarily a
Oh, then I
PC-based
definitely
game.
didn't play it.
Yeah, there you go. To my point. Like,
Gosh.
why would I pick that up? But that was really the only. I played one Unreal game on my computer, but the Unreal Championship was the first-person shooter that I played that I got good at. I'd say, like we were on the leaderboard.
Hitting those leaderboards.
Yeah. I think I've said that before. Unreal Championship was like that was my summer of like 8th grade or something like that. Like all summer we played
Yeah.
Unreal Championship, and it was the best. I mean, as you know, Unreal is an unbelievably
It's an
fun game.
awesome game.
It is.
It
I'm
never
sad I
gets
missed out on
fast,
that
so
one.
gory.
Oh, you can still
unapologetic about
Yeah.
it's what it is.
Oh.
It's like we're just a fast first-person shooter with
And
crazy
it is
guns.
fast.
It is really fast. So there was it got competitive. I mean, I also did like capture the flag really well.
Capture the flag was my favorite
Yeah,
mode.
me too.
They did that so
Me
well.
too.
It was
Yep.
fun on every map.
And when I think about Unreal Championship and specifically this I guess it was the lightning rifle or maybe the lightning sniper rifle was this map that was 2 bases, fully symmetrical, lava everywhere. I think I've talked about this before, and
Maybe.
and you could kind of get up top in the middle, but it was just this kind of in just 2 bases. I think I said that, and it's just like it's pretty standard. You know, pretty just symmetrical map, but like that's why it worked so well. And what was really cool about this sniper, first of all, it's yellow. It has an interesting scope. One thing that I really remember specifically, like it doesn't have like a normal barrel. It has this sort of 3-pronged thing that looks like something would make lightning. You know,
Right.
it doesn't look like a gun.
Like it generates something in it to
Exactly.
shoot
Yeah.
at.
Which is cool. You know,
That
I
is
was like,
cool.
as a kid, I was like, this is really cool. And one of the most specific, memorable components of it is more of a mechanical thing. So in most sniper rifles, at least when I'm used to, like Halo, maybe even Call of Duty, you kind of hit a button and it zooms in.
Oh, yeah.
Or you hold down the left trigger
Yep.
and it just goes to a like 5-time zoom, and you hit it again, maybe it goes to 10-time zoom, like Halo or maybe some snipers in Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
With this. And I think this is a book. There it is.
Is that it?
Well, yeah, that's like a really nice version of it.
It
like
said-
it didn't look that good.
It said concept art.
Yeah, okay, but that's
So
the
I
idea. It's
gathered
yellow,
that's-
and yeah, it's kind of cool. But and this is like what it is in Grand Theft Auto as well. But I really remember from the Championship. It's if you kind of hit the left trigger
Oh,
just a little bit. Is that it?
that's what it actually looks
There
like.
it is. That's the better
What
version.
a
So you see the
misleading
kind of
image.
idea. It looks very not steampunkish, but it looks like
It does
some
look
factory.
steampunkish.
You know,
It looks like
almost
something out of
looks
Borderlands, honestly.
Yes.
Like it looks bulky.
it
Yeah.
is.
Which you
It
don't
is.
really expect from a sniper rifle.
It's definitely hardcore.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like making a statement. And but anyways, when you zoom in with it, as long as you hold the left, and this is more standard now, but back then I never seen anything like it. When you hold the left trigger down, it zooms in until you let go.
Oh, that's
Like-
cool.
So-
no, because most sniper rifles, I will say, it
You
normally
hit-
is you hold the left trigger and then you click right stick.
Yeah, and it
goes like in stages.
It's stages, exactly. This
Not a
is-
smooth
you
zoom.
choose how far in you'd like to go, and which could be good or bad depending on your sensitivity and how good you are. But I thought it added a level of skill.
Yeah. That's
because
fascinating.
you don't just hold it all the way down and it goes to where you need to go. It
Right.
kind of you have to know when to let go.
So you have to
essentially.
you have to better. Oh, can you hit the? You have to like better know how to lead your target, or or have a good idea of where the reticle is actually going to be.
Yeah.
Because I mean that's why there's the rise of like no scoping stuff
Yeah,
that's happening now in
no-scoping.
I
Yeah,
play
Call
a
of Duty.
no-scope sniper.
Yeah,
Oh,
no
yeah.
shooting into
That's the
the
most annoying thing in the world to be killed by.
By no
is
scope?
A no
Oh,
scoper.
it's
someone who just runs
demeaning.
around and like has no scopes and knifes you. That
yeah.
happens all the time in Call of
Getting
Duty.
no
It
That's how
drives
I
me
play
crazy.
Widow in Overwatch.
Yeah.
I'm no scoping.
Well, that's because she's just
Yeah.
like that's easy to no scope her.
In Halo, if like I'm shooting someone, I give them down to one shot, and they turn around and no scope me. You know, you like put your head
Yeah.
down. You're like, oh my god.
Put down
and
the
you
controller.
tell your friends, I guess, no.
You just slowly
no
you just
scoped me.
you just
and they're like, what happened?
Set down your controller,
Yeah.
slowly stand up, turn off
Because
your TV, and go to bed because the day's over.
It's such a good move by them. Like, oh my god, no scope me. But and so the bullet is obviously this sort of electric shock that crosses the whole map. Or map. It doesn't look like a bullet. It's like electric current.
It's more like a beam.
Yeah, it's more like a beam of electricity. But it still had the same qualities of a sniper rifle if you hit them in the head, meaning their head blows up. So which is
yeah.
which is
Real.
awesome.
That's always
which is awesome. And the blood and the body just stops and like kind of falls over.
Hell yeah.
For Unreal
great.
Championship,
Crumples.
yeah, they
Unreal.
had great, as you know, ragdoll physics.
yes.
Like if you shoot a body, they'll just
they
like
go.
flip.
They do
it's
That's
just
the best.
excellent things.
they do. And so that was really before Halo. So that headshot was super satisfying. And in Halo, it's really satisfying. And other games, really satisfying. But without the head blowing up, I would say
it's not the same.
Not
Yeah,
the same.
not the same.
Yeah.
The
and
head
so,
has
and,
to
and
explode.
electricity, it just
Yeah.
seems
It's
like
just so-
a current,
so fun.
swivels in and then it goes outward.
Then you'd like a gun in the Order 1886. I can't remember what it is, but it's the same kind of thing. It's like an it's a Tesla gun is what they call it.
Oh,
And
terrifying.
it's awesome, but
Yeah.
it's same thing. It shoots an electric bolt and it just like vaporizes the person.
That's awesome.
It was one of the favorite things about
Sweet.
playing that game. That was a fun plus of that game.
Okay, cool. I do like electric guns, and I'm trying to think
I'll
of
find
other
video of that.
electric.
I have another
I feel
one that
like
we can talk
BioShock
about
would
then.
have that.
I was going to be
Oh, is it?
BioShock.
Yeah, did they have
So
electric
I
gun?
wanted to just bring up vigors in general.
Ah.
So obviously I'm currently in
Oh,
the
yeah.
process of
Yeah.
playing BioShock Infinite. And one of my favorite vigors to use is
Or
the
plasma-
shock jockey.
Is it the same thing as the plasmids from the
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
It's like
same
they're
thing, but
interchangeable.
just change
Yeah.
the name
Yeah.
for the
The shock
So
jockey, I
shock
know you're
jockey,
talking
that's the one
about.
where you have lightning hands, and you can, of course, like certain stages will be set up where there will be like puddles of water or
Yeah.
something that you can electrify.
Oh, that you can use? That's a
Yeah.
cool use
Yes.
case.
Oh yeah,
It's like
that's
I like
really
that.
good. BioShock.
It's
I remember
awesome.
BioShock.
They
That's
did
what they
good
yeah.
with like setting up the environment to give you the option of optimally using your vigors. And really, the two that I use the most are probably shock jockey and possession, because you can possess turrets basically to have them be on your side and they'll shoot the bad guys instead of you. Or better yet, you can just possess people.
Oh, yeah.
And they will turn on their own. And then when they come out of the possession, racked with guilt, they will kill themselves. And
Is that true?
Yes!
God dang it.
You
I don't
don't remember that?
anything about
no,
BioShock
it's
Infinite.
horrendous.
Clearly.
Actually, I did it by
you feel
accident
sad?
the
They're
first
like-
Bit of
time.
guilt?
Because first of all, I shot a guy in the face who was a shopkeeper because for
Oh, that's
whatever
nice, Mogan.
reason I thought that because he was a civilian he wouldn't die. Like I was
yeah,
like,
yeah, I
oh,
know
it's
you
not going to
mean.
kill him.
Right.
Boy, was I wrong. He died real fast and a lot, and then
He died hard.
And then everybody freaked out, and I was like, no, it's an accident. I did not mean to murder him. But that's beside the point. So with possession, it basically, like when you use it, it sends out this kind of ghostly green feminine figure, and then it possesses whatever it is that you've targeted. And if it's, any type of human enemy, those can be people using rocket launchers, they can be regular old policemen with tiny little pistols, whatever it is that they have, they will turn on their own and basically for a limited amount of time work for you. And then so the first time I possessed somebody, I was like, what's happening? Because I thought it was like a mechanical thing. I didn't realize it would work on people. And then he comes out of possession, like they blink, and then they come out of it, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to have to kill this guy now. Wrong.
Did he have like a
No,
moment?
so they have a moment where they go, oh God, what have I done?
Oh, really?
And then they will turn their weapon on themselves. Like if you're fighting a guy with a shotgun, he'll
Oh
put
my
it under his
God.
chin.
Oh,
and
Lord.
Then blow their own brains out
Damn.
in grand fashion.
And of course you're like,
When
Another one bites the dust.
yes.
when it happened, I was like,
Next
no!
level. Yeah.
That man needs absolution.
Yes, it's okay. Let me tell you what happened. What about
So,
what's the one where
I
you
was horrified.
bucking bronco one? I remember
Ooh,
that
yeah,
one.
that's bucking bronco.
Yeah, where
that's
that's
the
just pretty
most
standard.
confusing one to me.
But they just use lit. It's like an
yeah,
earthquake
you
under
basically
them.
just
or
send
something.
out this blast, I
Yeah,
guess,
and
and
they
it
all
like
lift
lifts
up and they
people
like
up.
float there, don't
Yeah,
they?
they float
And
suspended
you can
for a
just
minute,
boom,
and then
boom,
when they
boom.
drop back down, they're fine.
I think it's supposed to be like you go up to them and you can like shoot them all, right?
I mean, when you, it's actually hilarious. I don't know how much you remember, but if you shoot somebody that's more heavily armored,
Mm-hmm.
when they're in bucking bronco, they do a very Unreal-esque thing where like their body will spin around crazily because you've knocked them off. You've knocked them off
Okay.
of their path, so like they'll spiral around into the space, and you're just like, I can't
And then they
freaking,
keep coming back.
I can't
That's funny.
shoot you. So yeah, Vigors have
Vigors
a
are
lot
great.
of, and
It adds so many layers to the game.
the reason that I thought of it was, I don't know if you remember Shock Jockey. If you electrify someone and then they also die while they're being shocked, their head will explode.
Oh, that's nice.
Isn't that
That's nice.
Somebody should make like a montage
it
with
back.
that, like that.
Bring it back,
What's
yeah.
the song? That's like the 1812 Overture or whatever.
Oh,
yeah.
Like at the end of V for Vendetta when all the bombs are going off and all that stuff.
Heads coming off.
Somebody out there do that. Or we'll
yeah, someone else do.
we're busy.
Yeah.
So another weapon that I was thinking of that is similar in vein. It doesn't deal with electricity as much, although it
better
does
be
deal with
decapitation.
it does deal with like energy and stuff. Plasma, I guess, would be the best way to put it. And it's actually from Doom. So I've been playing this one,
okay.
and I've found this one, and it's one of the. It's been in every Doom game. And it's regarded as the most powerful Doom weapon in Doom that you can have.
Okay.
They even in the 2005 movie starring Dwayne the Rock Johnson. They
I remember that.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I watched it when we were traveling.
No!
it was,
No, that's the answer I expected.
it was terrible.
it was.
I
mean, it
I
was
went in
great.
wanting it to be good, but oh my god, it was so terrible.
Wait, who was the main guy that wasn't?
Carl Urban.
God, that's who it is.
Yeah.
Also, I said the name wrong in the last episode. I said, "Where's Keith Urban?"
Yeah, that's
And
the
I
country
meant to
singer.
say-
Urban.
I
Yeah, that
heard
is
that later, and
I
it's like,
say
wait,
Carl Urban. I had the
country
idea
music
of
singer.
Yeah.
country music
Hey,
star.
I know he's probably
Keith
doing a tour
Urban.
somewhere. But this weapon is the BFG 9000.
The big fucking gun.
Exactly.
Oh, no way. I guess
Is it-
that.
It's really right.
No, that's what it's. I mean, it's
There's a
called
movie
in
called
the
The
game.
BFG.
Yeah,
By
Big
Steven
Friendly
Spielberg.
Giant.
Oh, is
Different.
it? Big fucking giant.
It's a Roald Dahl movie. But yeah, it's a Big Friendly Giant.
Oh, okay.
But the BFG, so it's called BFG 9000 in the game, but everyone understands it means big fucking gun.
Cool.
And so basically what it
Doom-esque.
is, so if you look it up for a picture of it, and we'll put one up of for the most recent Doom, you pull it up when you equip it, and it fills like the bottom third of
Yeah,
your
it's
screen.
funny. It really is big.
You shoot it, and it takes like a bit to charge it, then it just shoots this green ball.
Oh, so that's the old one.
That's the old
from
one.
the
That's the
old
new
Doom.
one.
Oh, that's funny.
And so it shoots that green ball.
That's the whole gun.
Wow, that's
And
cool.
there can be 20 demons in a room of all shapes and sizes, to the biggest demons that you'll fight,
Mm-hmm.
to the smallest, and it will blow them
Everyone
all up
gets destroyed.
in one shot.
Oh, interesting.
But it like travels, and as it passes them by, an offshoot of energy will go out from the ball, and they
Better view of it.
Ooh.
it will shoot out from the side of the ball and hit all of them, and yeah, they'll just like explode and obliterate and disintegrate into this cacophony of
Beautiful.
blood
Guns are
and gore.
fun.
Guns are fun. I love weapons.
love it.
There's like the
It's
best.
so fun.
This is why we live in Texas.
But so yeah, so like that one you were talking about that one, it's like, oh no, this fits just
I
right
know.
in the BFG.
It
So
does.
but yeah, so it also shows up in it's saved my ass quite a few times
Oh, I
in
bet.
Doom.
I bet.
So quick Doom side note. I'm on the very last level.
Oh wow.
And
You're almost done.
the you remember I said I was trying to get those 2 trophies that you have to complete in one campaign run. I got one of them, and I only have to get one more thing to get the other. But then I got to this last level, and you have to get these epic guards. You have to find them, and you like pull a chip from them, and use it to upgrade your stats. And you can and it'll tell you in the overview of how many there are going to be in the level. So I start the final level. There's not one on this map. I'm aghast.
So does that mean
so
like
you
missed it?
one.
So I'm like, wait, did I miss one? I go back and look. I missed one on the 2nd level.
Oh, come on.
So I've been playing this whole time thinking I was going to get it, not knowing I missed one.
Dang.
And now I have to replay the
second
whole
level.
Yeah, of all the levels. It couldn't be like level 6 in the middle. No,
Yeah,
it has to be the
yeah.
2nd level.
That sucks.
Oh my
So I got to replay the whole campaign to get that trophy.
Damn. Are you gonna do it?
Yeah, I'll do it. I might not do it right away, and I'll probably do it on easy because
no, that doesn't
Like a
count. That is the
cheater.
real question.
that counts. That absolutely counts. I don't have the time in my life to play through this game again all the way on ultra violence.
I do have a question though about the BFG. So how does one obtain it? Like, do you have to do something to get it?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Yeah, it's got to be something.
Yeah,
You
so
can't just
you're
have
in
that kind
you're
of
in the
power.
Argent facility on Mars. In this game, this is how you get it. And the guy who controls the Argent facility, Dr. Samuel Hayden, he is mentioning he is locked up in his office, and he's this like huge giant mech guy. He's really cool, and he gives this briefing about what's kind of going on. And this is about halfway through the game before you get it. And he just says, take any supplies you need, and also go check out this one place. There's something you might like there. And so you're kind of like,
Cryptic.
and he said that, and I was like, and I knew about the BFG mainly from Doom 2005, starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and I was like, wait, is that going to be the BFG? And so you go to this room, and there's like, and you see it, and it's like it's in this chamber, and you walk in, and the security systems start going off. And this laser grid pops off. You have to like jump on top of the chamber that it's sitting on because the floor drops out from under you.
The floor is lava.
And there's like basically just a bunch of booby traps you have to go
Nice.
through. Then finally you beat the booby traps, and then you're able to get the gun. So it's a really
Nice.
rewarding way of getting the
How
gun.
much
not
ammo
just like
does it have?
it has 3 shots.
Ooh,
That's it.
Yeah.
For the whole game.
No.
Oh.
You can find ammo pickups for it,
okay.
but they're hidden and very few and far
So
between. So
really-
you don't want to just like
Okay.
pick it up and it's your main gun.
I
Yeah,
like
of
that a
course.
lot
You have
more
to
because
use
I was
it-
thinking you were just unlimited
Oh, no,
ammo,
no, no.
just
It's-
spray
You
and
have
pray.
to use it very wisely.
Oh.
Okay. Well, can I transition? So this wasn't one that
That's about all I had on
I
it.
had.
It's a badass gun.
It's cool.
It's a big fucking gun. And
I
it's
think
cool.
you've played Fallout,
Yeah.
and I'm surprised we haven't talked about this gun before, but it's
Oh.
a similar vein
Yeah,
as
yeah.
the mini nuke.
Yeah.
And that sounds it's very you have sparse ammo for
That
it.
gun is funny.
It is funny, but it also
It's dangerous and deadly.
yeah,
Blow your world away.
for
It'll
sure.
blow you away.
Absolutely.
But it's a funny looking gun.
Well, the one I'm familiar with is in Fallout 4. So I don't know. You played Fallout 3, right?
Yeah.
And the one I'm familiar with,
I've seen it though in Fallout
It's
4.
like it looks like a bowling ball shoot, you
Yeah.
know, or something. Like it looks like it's like a bowling ball in a gutter, right? It's really homemade,
Yeah.
right?
Well, like everything. Most
Like
things
everything in
yeah.
Fallout, because you're in a post-apocalyptic world where you have to create your own weapons and stuff.
Right.
And so this wasn't like one that I planned to talk about, but
It fits.
it fits just for what you were talking about. I just remember using it a couple times in Fallout 4, but I was really nervous about using it. I was like, I don't want to use it unless I really, really have to.
Right.
Which that sort of plan went out the door, as I played more. I was like, boom, boom, boom.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, like it's all everything got blown to shit anyways, right? But what's fun about it is really, as the name implies, it shoots mini nuclear bombs.
They do look like
And the
bowling
and the
balls.
ammo
I
looks
gotcha.
like those old cartoonish
Yeah.
drawings of like a nuclear bomb
And
with
when
like the fin on the
They
back
sure
and the bullet.
do.
And when
the
it
bullet
hits,
point.
there's a mushroom cloud.
Yeah.
And like everything goes white for a second. So it's really exciting to use. Though I remember thinking like, oh, I'm surprised. Like I shot it and it was like kind of close to me. So like it's really not it's powerful, but it's not like it's going to save your ass every time.
Right.
Kinda. I don't know. I fought against this thing in Fallout 4 called the Swan, which was a monster that you find underneath, like somewhere in Boston, and it comes out of this swan boat, and it's like super deformed. I was like, oh, I'll use my mini nuke on it. It took like 3 mini nukes to kill it. So
Damn.
that was my first time using the mini nuke because I couldn't get past this creature. It was super, like a lot of health. And so for me, I was like, oh, maybe the mini nuke isn't that powerful. But then I used it on a couple other things. I don't know. It's just really fun when you know you're going to use the mini nuke and in Fallout 4 and in Fallout. It's an event, and you have so much slow motion in Fallout
Yeah.
if you so choose. And so when you pick like a body part to hit, not that it matters with the mini nuke, but like
It's all gone.
it's all
anyway.
gone anyways. But it like follows the nuke into the air, then it comes down,
Yeah.
and it's like really fun.
That's
Fallout is
great.
actually a great game full of interesting weapons.
I saw a highlight of somebody online that it was a clip of them fighting a raider, I think, who was using the mini nuke.
Oh, you tell you, sometimes you find people that have it, or that
Oh my
your team
God.
has it. Like something goes awfully wrong.
Right. And so this guy, he had a pistol of some kind and was
Yeah.
using it, and he was using VATS to do the targeting and stuff. And he like is sitting there, and then I guess he tried to fire
seen that
and
video.
the gun's empty. And so he like stops to reload it
Oh,
in slow
no.
motion. But as he's reloading it, the mini nuke missile comes by and literally touches his shoulder. Like it's so close. There's a little like graphical glitch where like the mini nuke goes into his shoulder and then just goes by. And then he finishes loading and goes, boom.
That's really cool.
I have
It was
seen
so
that.
funny.
That's
I was like,
really
so
cool. Sometimes the
funny.
mutants have bombs, and I feel like sometimes they're mini nukes. They have like there's some mutants that have bombs. They're like suicide bombers. So like you go to like a hive of mutants that have taken over a town, and one will just charge you, and you're like, oh fuck, and it's like, and it just, I mean, Fallout's like Unreal. It's great, limbs everywhere. Like you lose legs, arms, heads, like you do. Everyone does.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It is really bloody.
I feel like
it's
this
surprisingly
episode
bloody.
on weapons is darker somehow
Yeah,
than
I
the
know.
last one.
so
Enjoy it.
happy,
It's
so
so
joyous.
So cathartic.
Oh man.
So yeah, I guess that was one. That's like one that I wasn't planning on talking about. But yeah, Fallout 4, like in Fallout in general, there's a lot of just really cool homemade weapons in that game. Like the nail gun. I was gonna talk about the junk gun possibly. Do you remember the junk one?
I don't know if I saw the junk
So that
gun.
one in at least Fallout 4. Just briefly, I'll say it's just a junk cannon, and it's a cannon, and you put all in RPGs. You collect unnecessary things.
Right.
You put that in the junk.
Oh,
cannon,
that's cool.
And you
Oh,
can shoot it at
that's
people, so you're getting rid of
fun.
stuff that you don't need, and
Clearing
you
up that
just-
inventory and killing an enemy.
That's
Exactly.
The literal
Yeah.
definition
That's
of killing
the
two
kind of
birds with one
economy
stone.
that I
Yeah.
can get behind.
Yeah, don't need all this stuff.
That is efficiency.
Yeah. So that's a good one too. That's a very good one.
Okay, so we're hitting on these like really advanced technological weapons, but what about one of the simplest weapons that and probably one of the earliest ones that we ever came in contact with, but similar to the BFG and some of these other.
It's hard to get.
It's easy to. Well, yeah, it can be hard to get,
Mm-hmm.
but it has devastating effects. But it's one of the earliest games.
You're looking at me.
Well, you both would know it.
Yeah.
I'm just
So
trying
I'm
to
thinking like
just
it's
trying to
like
be
a
a little vague
Mario,
here.
Mario
It is Mario,
shoes?
not shoes,
Oh.
but it is in Mario.
Oh, the
The star?
star.
No,
Yeah, I was gonna say the
the
star.
mushroom.
no,
The mushroom.
you're guessing around everything.
Bitch.
Well, all Mario does is
Okay, Mario Kart.
Oh, the blue shell.
The blue shell.
Oh, the blue shell.
I was gonna say Mario's love for Peach, but
Yeah, I was gonna say
No,
his
that is. We talked about that.
devastating.
yes.
But no, the blue shell.
Oh,
The blue shell. Yeah, it's
I
great.
mean,
or the
that's like-
purple shell. Isn't it purple in some games?
Well, I was more referring from Mario 64, where it's
Yeah.
only
Is it
where I
blue?
mean, there's red, green, and then the blue one.
Okay, okay,
But
we'll
the
call it
blue
blue.
one is like
Yes.
the end all be all.
Well, yes, for the first player.
For the first
and
player.
anybody around there, but
Yeah.
really for the first player,
It's
which
gonna-
is so interesting.
Oh yeah, because you hear it or you hear it launch, and then
Yeah.
if you're in first, you're just like,
Yeah.
when's it coming?
How many times in Mario Kart, I know I can say that you are in first, it's the last lap, and you're very
literally
close to
3
the end,
feet from the end.
and you get hit by a blue shell.
Yep.
It's
and
the
then
most
and then
demoralizing
and then
who didn't do
Toad.
anything is like just goes over your remains.
and then Toad, who's in 8th, is suddenly in 2nd and wins.
Yes, yeah.
Toad wins every time.
I know, right?
God,
I know. Toad,
F Toad.
He so quick.
So quick.
I think that as long also with the lightning strike
Oh,
is
I love
is
the
powerful.
lightning.
You
The lightning
just run
strike is
over
ridiculous.
people. Yeah,
Oh.
everyone slows down and gets small, and you just run over everybody. But what great about Mario Kart is like you're not going to get that stuff unless you're in last.
No.
You know, that's the trade-off.
It is the fun thing. It's like if you're in first, you just
get
always know
bananas
you've got a target on your
upside
back.
down.
I heard
question marks.
somebody equate income inequality to it's the
Income
reason that the person in first doesn't get the blue shell.
I mean,
It's like waiting.
that would be because especially if you
Mario
could shoot
Kart
it
with
backwards behind you,
yeah,
that would
exactly.
be
that would
you'd be
so
invincible.
unfair. That
Yeah.
was the argument. I thought that was pretty
that would be
clever.
unfair. But no, yeah,
shell. Well, it's
the blue
classic.
shell, is a classic weapon.
Yeah, didn't it get wings in the new ones, or did it always have wings?
Yeah, no, it has cute little wings
Yeah.
in the new
Yeah,
ones.
no, the old ones it literally was always just like the
Yeah.
spike.
The spike.
looked like
One
a
of-
small Bowser
one of
shell.
Them, I think I played Mario Kart DS, or it was from another Mario Kart. You turn into a big bullet. You know, the
Bullet
famous,
Bill.
Yeah, Bullet Bill, and you go
Oh,
through everybody.
I love actually Bullet Bill's
that one's
probably my
cool.
favorite.
Yeah.
It's in Mario Kart 8 as well, so the newest one.
Okay, so that's a
and
standard.
when you get a Bullet Bill and you're for whatever reason in third
you don't really
already,
have to do anything.
no,
you just hit a
don't
button.
have to do anything. You just get the
it
Bullet
just
Bill,
takes you to, like,
and then you
third.
become one.
Yeah.
and then he charges ahead and
Nothing can stop you.
murders. No, nothing
Yeah.
can stop you. You just murder people right and left. That's cool. And then you're in first.
I
And
like
you're
that.
this
I
is
like that a
great.
lot.
I love the dog creature from Mario 64. but in other Marios.
dog
the one that's
creature.
on a chain. It's like a
Oh,
big black.
the chain
I thought you were
chomps.
talking about Mario Kart again. I was like, the dog. Well, although he is in there.
Yeah,
on
I
the
know,
Rainbow
what's
Road.
really funny?
I love that thing.
I can talk about that.
Yeah, Mario
So-
64. We should have a whole episode devoted to Mario 64.
We should.
I
That's the
mean,
one we should have Sam come back on.
Oh,
love
yeah.
Mario
She's beat
64.
that game multiple times.
That is
So
such a
get
good game.
this, I can talk about the chain chomp in this episode.
Yeah, it's a weapon?
Because in the very first Zelda game I ever played, Link's Awakening for the Game Boy, there's a level where you actually go to somebody's house and in their front yard, because it's Nintendo, they have a chain chomp. I did not
That's funny.
know at the time. I was so young. I didn't know that a chain chomp was a Mario thing. I was like, what a fascinating creature. I, Zelda, am having an excellent time. I suppose I will
my
take
Zelda
And
universe.
In the game, they call it a bow wow. So I was like, excellent. It goes bow wow.
Is it
They
big?
call it, yeah, it's
It was big.
They call it a bow wow. They give it to you to basically hold on its chain like a leash. And as you're walking around as Link with your bow wow, it will lash out
What?
and kill
Oh.
everything around
I had
you.
That's
no
so
idea
cool.
about
I didn't know that
Yeah.
either.
I didn't know that
Yeah,
either.
it was only in Link's Awakening.
Was that for Game Boy? What was that for?
Yes, it was for Game
So it
Boy.
couldn't
You
have looked
only
great.
use it. You only
Looked
use
like
it in
shit,
one
but-
temple. So you only get it for one dungeon and then you have to give it back, I think. But so for the rest of my life, up until a certain point when somebody
Mario
pointed
stole
out
that.
to me that I was mistaken,
Yeah.
I was like, yes, these bow wows in Mario. And they were like, why do you call them bow wows? And I was like,
See,
because
I feel like I always knew they were called.
what they are.
I never played.
So like a little
I never
concept
played
art.
That's
Zelda.
Oh no, that's the one from the actual game.
right there.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what it looks like.
Wow, that
That's
is a
cool.
Nintendo
See, I always
thing.
thought that they were called Bow Wows,
No, they're called chain chomps.
but I didn't know that they got
called
that name
chain
from.
chomps.
Okay, news blew my mind.
There
right
it is
now.
again.
I'm
Yeah.
lear-
So what?
I'm
wait,
learning
so what
so
did have it
much.
first then? Was it Link?
No, it was
Zelda?
already in Mario.
It was.
Yes, Mario.
it?
The chain chomp in Mario came first. I'm pretty sure, and they just put it into Link's Awakening for funsies,
Like an
since
Easter egg.
Nintendo. Yeah, like an
Okay.
Easter egg, which flew right over my head. But I was
You get,
very
like,
young
stuffed
and
animal
didn't get the
chain
joke.
chomps.
And then years later, I realized what Nintendo had done, pulled a fast one on me, and I was like, "What's next? I'm gonna find out that my name is Link. What's happening here?
What's going on?
I just
What's going on?"
I just remember how many times the chain chomp in Mario 64 it like kills you when you're trying to get the coin when you like do the flip stomp on his post.
This is kind of interesting. Okay, just real quick.
Okay.
So, quiz. What,
Cite your sources.
What Mario game did it first appear in? Any guess?
I'm gonna say
I mean,
Mario 2.
yeah, it's just gonna be random guesses. I'm assuming.
I'm gonna say Super Mario All Stars.
Super Mario Bros. 3.
Ah,
Oh.
So, Miyamoto's inspiration for the chain chomps was from a childhood experience. A dog once ran up to him and tried to bite him, but the dog's chain held him back. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. As the result, chain chomps also possess canine qualities such as barking. Listen to this. Chain chomps were originally created as an enemy for The Legend of Zelda. So they were originally created
Really?
for Zelda, but
And
ended
then
up being used for Mario series
your mind
first.
has been blown again.
Yeah, how about that?
What the hell?
Yeah. So it was
God.
originally for...
The more you know.
Yeah.
Look at this.
shit.
We're
How about
teaching
that?
ourselves
Yeah.
this episode.
That's where I like see when I think of.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
of
yeah,
that
yeah.
moment
That's what I think
in
about
Mario
that's what
64.
everybody
That's what I was
thinks
talking
so.
about. Because if you do the jump and slam on his post, you
Yeah.
get a star.
Uh-huh.
But you have
that's
to time it just right so he
hilarious.
doesn't chomp you.
Yep.
So he
That's
doesn't
a great
jump you.
level. That race with King
Koopa.
Is it King Koopa?
Yeah.
The race. Yeah, that's so fun.
I always liked fighting King Babam
At the
because you had to wait for him to jump.
Yeah.
And then he like sits on the ground and like,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
you run
yeah.
over and pick him up and then
That's
throw him.
right. That's right.
I love that one. And then I always try to like throw him off, but then he just comes back and it doesn't do anything.
It's like, come on, Nintendo.
That makes sense. Like it should kill him.
Yeah, should.
It should. Perfect world. Smoking, you got another weapon?
I do. How many of you here?
Or
should
should we pause for Mogan?
Maybe
Mo-
we should
Mo-
pause
Okay,
for
do
that.
that.
Okay,
I
let's
don't
do
have
that.
much today. I
Okay,
really
let's
only
go
have-
ahead and do that before that was a good stopping point. So we might as well jump over to this.
But I definitely have one that I want to mention,
All
and
right,
it's the
we'll
best.
do it next.
All right, so out now as of February 21st, we have.
yes.
Oh, so I looked up more about this one. Ys, Origin.
Oh, the one you were like,
I looked up how to pronounce it. My shame wouldn't allow me not to. And I've discovered that it's apparently a very popular and long-lasting JRPG series that I knew nothing about.
Makes sense why I
knew nothing about it. And I've
grieved.
You know how many listeners we've probably lost?
Many
people. But that actually makes sense why it's coming out for PS4 and Vita. So it does look like, from what I've seen of the trailers, that it's actually very well suited to the Vita. The type of styling that it has for the combat and the art style overall is almost like mini. Like it's almost like an old school RPG where it's like the top-down pixelated style, but it's very good looking. It's obviously very well done. So it looks pretty interesting. That comes out today, February 21st. PS4 and Vita, whatever. Halo Wars 2, Xbox and... do you even care?
No. But it has the word Halo in it.
I haven't been...
Dude, did you see the commercial for
That's
that?
what I was about to talk about.
I was like, so part of me loved it, but then part of me was like, this isn't Halo. They're making a mockery of Halo.
It's comedy. But it's fun because it's a live action...
It is, and it's well done.
Yeah.
But it's a brute, the king brute of Halo.
The main villain of Halo Wars 2.
Whatever his name might be. Which is a terrifying creature from the Halo series.
Let's call him Babe.
Yeah, let's call him Babe.
Brute.
He's selling a car to the corporal of the Marines or whatever, and they're like going back and forth about how to sell it. And he walks away, and he's like, "No, wait, come back. I'll sell it to you." So it's really funny.
That sounds hilarious.
But it's also
a
mockery of something very serious.
I saw those right after the
compare that to the Believe ad. You'd be like, "Come on."
Right.
Come on.
I saw all those commercials right after that episode where we talked about ads, and I was like, "Oh, I need to see." Ask Zach if he's seen these.
I did see that. And it was funny.
But yeah,
it's
a different tone than what the rest of the Halo ads normally put out.
So yeah, Xbox and PC, Halo Wars 2, Night in the Woods for PS4, Xbox, and PC, and Berserk and the Band of the Hawk, PS4, Xbox, and PC. And then coming soon, we have Lego Worlds. I keep forgetting that they still have the Lego series.
Well, but this one's new, though, because it's supposed to be very similar to Minecraft, but with Legos.
Yes, that's right.
So
that's
one
actually coming out
get a big
for
following.
a lot of stuff. PS4, Xbox One, PC. That's February 24th.
Everything, I agree with that.
Everything, all the stuff. And then we also have Horizon Zero Dawn, your PS4 exclusive, coming February 28th. Fans of the old Harvest Moon series may recall that they are now Story of Seasons due to copyright disputes. So if you're looking for the newest Harvest Moon game, Story of Seasons Trio of Towns, February 28th for 3DS. The Harvest Moon series is excellent. I should have brought it up in relationships. The romancisode. The romancisode. Torment, Tides of Numenera. PS4, Xbox One, PC. It looks like something you would like. It is a sci-fi fantasy RPG. It's also coming for Mac. So Mac players, Mac players will actually be able to play it. I was like, look at that. It looks like a really Numenera. I'm pretty sure I'm saying it right. Torment, Tides of Numenera. But yeah,
Tides of Numenera.
Tides of Numenera.
Tides of Numenera.
You must
cross the tides of Numenera.
Sounds like a mythical quest that you're about to partake of.
It actually is very much like that. So you're a nameless dude, I guess, and you're embarking on a quest, I guess, and you're in this magical sci-fi world, I guess. And so what I saw of it was actually just one of the side quests that they were putting on as an example. And the tagline of the game is, "What does one life matter?" And it's basically an exploration, or one of the primary mechanics, I should say, is choice. So they're really making choice and the decisions you make a cornerstone of the game. Because they mention in some cases, failure might actually be the most advantageous option. Maybe it actually isn't always good to succeed. Or, for example, when you make a decision, everybody remembers. So if you said one thing 3 hours ago to one guy, and you talk to another guy, he'll be like, "I don't know, you told Ben that you weren't really on board with that, so I'm not really cool with it either." And it's like, no,
but I've changed since then.
And it's like, too bad, sucker, you can't do it now.
Why are there already reviews for it? Is it already out?
I guess it's...
some games get reviews
it's
early.
Out. I'm sorry, I didn't say... Well, I also didn't write it
Is it
down.
upcoming?
Probably February 28th.
February 28th. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
There we go.
some games, depending on who they are, especially if they're smaller indie ones like
did
that.
you say it's the spiritual successor to the critically acclaimed 1990 name Planescape Torment? Sorry,
Yeah, you didn't
idiot.
hear me say that?
Did you? Yeah, of course you said that. you said that. Huh.
But yeah, so it's a follow up to that other game, and it's critically acclaimed.
Critically
so
acclaimed.
yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Got $4 million on
It
Kickstarter.
looked like the kind of thing that I really thought you would like.
Yeah,
Like part
it's
of me,
like-
part of me saw
like
it.
over
It's
the
kind of
top.
top down view. Almost reminded me of Civ.
Oh, okay.
I was
Yeah.
looking at Civ or Stronghold. It reminded me of Stronghold.
I am there if it's strong.
So yeah, you should.
A malady has struck our cows, my lord.
I care not.
Breed new cows.
What do you want me to say?
I think Lord Jerrett is my favorite of the
Yeah, yeah. Of all the Jarretts we've come up
all
with
the
the show,
Jarretts.
it's Lord Jarrett.
It's Lord Jarrett, future Jarrett.
I should do-
Struck our cows, my lord.
I should do a let's play of Stronghold sometime.
Oh, you should.
Yeah, you
That
should
would be
dress
so
up
fun.
as Lord
Yeah.
Jarrett.
Oh yes, we will find you a king's
Yeah,
robe.
Yes.
I have swords, so that's all fine.
We'll go get you a
grand
Burger King
battle.
crown.
I'm having it my way.
That's really fun. I'm having it my way. That could be like a Burger King commercial. That'd be perfect.
I don't know what has been done.
Crossover the Oh my god.
Very good.
It's a little late, but I think they should still advertise it.
Yes, yes.
Stronghold out for the past 10 years. You
Yeah.
still play it.
Oh, longer than that.
Yeah. Oh, it's an old
It's getting close to probably 20 years by now.
geezer.
So is that it? That it? All right. So what was your weapon? The best one?
The Groovatron
Oh,
From what?
from
Ratchet
Ratchet,
and
and Clank. Do you know
well,
what
yeah,
the
you
Play
would
that stupid game.
Ratchet and Clank is a PS4 exclusive. But no, that game, the
my
Groovatron was amazing.
The
Do you make
Groovatron
people
is so fun. Yes.
Dance. I'm
Yes.
guessing.
Yes.
Ah, nice.
But
So
like
the-
disco dance, like
Yeah.
The Groovatron is quite literally a glove that Ratchet will equip. And when he throws it out, it's like a little mini disco ball. And when you throw it, it goes up into the air, becomes a real disco ball, starts spinning, and lights
awesome.
show up on the ground because it's a disco.
That's
and
great.
the enemy that you've targeted must
Or
dance
enemies.
or enemies.
because it has because
They-
whatever
it has
enemies
a
are in
range. It
yeah,
has a
whatever enemies are
range.
in like the lights.
like the dance floor.
Nice.
Whatever you're
now,
forcing
once
them.
they're dancing, do you go up and
you can
blow
still
their
attack
heads
them.
off?
Yeah,
It's like basically it's a fun way of stunning them.
Okay, okay.
Because each and every one of them, at least in Ratchet and Clank Reimagined, the one from just last year, 2016, every
Great game.
single enemy has a very different and distinct dance.
Even bosses.
They all,
Really?
even bosses,
That's
they
really
all have
funny.
different dances, and it is just phenomenal to go through and
Yeah.
see the many people had to animate that.
yeah.
That's what kills me
You're
about it.
just in there
Someone's whole job had to be today. We're going to figure out how the green plant monster will dance when you use the Groovatron on
Yep.
it. And in the 2016 version, one of the trophies is Death by Disco, which you get by Groovatroning every single enemy in the game.
Wonder
at
if I
least
got that
once.
one.
Death by Disco.
Including bosses.
So they don't
Death by
die.
Disco. They don't die.
They just stun.
No,
Well,
it
really
basically
is-
just stuns them to keep
Yeah.
them from attacking you. to
How
get
long does it last?
10
Yeah,
seconds?
it's actually
Okay.
pretty long.
Like 5
What
10
is the,
seconds?
so it's a glove, you said.
yeah,
just,
it's
how much
a glove.
ammo do
you
you...
throw out a disco ball.
Like 4.
Okay,
yeah,
so
it's
it's
not a
not
lot.
like-
Because you upgrade in Ratchet and Clank, you can upgrade the weapons so they can have more ammo and stuff like that. So I
okay.
think it starts with 4.
Yeah. Upgrades are a very important part of that game,
Yeah.
though. So you upgrade everything.
Yeah.
Really, that whole game is chock full of
Well, I
killer
know. I was
weapons.
just joking.
No,
I heard Ratchet and Clank's like a
Oh,
like
I
masterpiece.
like.
I hear
So
it's
my
phenomenal.
buddy Michael is the one who got it, and he was playing through it. He's like, "Oh yeah, it was a really quick game. Like I played through it pretty fast, and it was a lot of fun." I was like, he's like, "You let me want to borrow?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll give it a try." Got sick earlier last year and wasn't really feeling anything else that I felt like I really needed to really focus on. I was
Yeah.
like, I'll play Ratchet and Clank. Holy shit, it was
a
so
great-
It's
fun.
such
Yeah,
a good
I
game.
hear great things
It
about
is
it.
a excellent, just good old fun.
Yeah.
Like
Like
if you want to, ukulele.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
It's
that
a
out?
lot like
Not yet.
not yet.
Yeah.
It will be, but it's a lot like that. It's that old school platformer feel with updated controls and graphics. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
Cool.
it kind of reawakened. Playing that made me want to play more games like that again.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is.
Because I hadn't really played games like that since I
Oh,
was a
it's
kid.
so-
Yeah,
so
yeah,
now
yeah.
I want. It's
I
like
want that.
okay, I want to
I
come
want
back to
that.
these.
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
are fun.
They are
Everybody should go back to platformers.
Yeah.
That's where real gamers live.
Isn't the Pixelator or the Pixamator?
Pixamator.
It makes everybody look like 8-bit.
What?
You shoot them
good
with it, and they
weapon.
turn to like
Oh.
8-bit versions.
Oh,
and,
that's
and
good.
then when you kill
Hilarious.
them, if they're like that, they
They
all explode
into like their
into
little
blocks.
parts.
Oh, that's
Oh,
nice.
so
It's fun.
funny.
It's a
cute.
fun. That one had a lot, and that one's a fun one
Yeah, there's
because
a lot of
they
weapons
came
in
out
that
at the
game,
same
right?
time. Yeah, you get like 8,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the little like robot who flies? Mr. Zoltron? Zortron?
Mr. Zarkon?
Zargon. No,
Oh, we
looking
gotta
it up.
look this up.
looking it up.
My brother
does
is gonna be
Mr.
so
Zolkon
mad at
do?
me.
Oh, he's just so funny. You got to find out what he's called. Mr. Zorkon, I think.
Zoinks.
Mr. Zircon.
Zircon.
Let me see a
Mr.
picture.
Zircon.
So
he is so
You
Mr.
activate
funny.
Mr. Zircon,
Aw.
and he just shoots like a laser out, but he's just like, Mr. Zircon wishes to kill.
His whole thing is Mr. Zircon hates waiting around.
yeah, you put him out, and he's always like spitting out these
so
one-liners.
many. Hang on, I'm gonna look up some of his
one-liners?
lines. They're
Yeah.
so funny.
That's awesome.
Mr. Zircon lines, because they are just a freaking riot.
Oh, it was the best.
And when you equip him, he'll kind of just float around with you for a while. You know, it's not like
Is
you
he saying
throw him out.
things?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
okay.
says crap the whole time. It is
funny. Mr.
fantastic.
Zircon.
And he's got like a deep kind of gravelly voice, and he's like, he likes you.
but he doesn't like anything
So
else.
many attendees. If only measly furball had a Tesla claw. Like talking about you as Ratchet. And then, your costume does not have enough bullet holes. Allow Mr. Zircon to help you with that.
That's a good one.
I love this. Oh man, these are so good. What was the one that like? I don't. Man, there's always one that was always like Mr. Zircon wants to kill or something.
Yeah,
like that.
oh, no.
it's so good.
Ah, that
They're
sounds like a
just
great
fan-
weapon.
But,
they're- the list is long.
I wonder if that because this Ratchet and Clank they tried at the same time. One of the reasons they revitalized this game and brought it back is because they also released a movie,
oh,
did.
Ratchet and
that's
Clank
right.
movie, which is now on Netflix. And I've been
Is it any good?
Apparently, it didn't do great.
Okay.
But you know that's hard. That's as with most video game movies, that's
Yeah,
hard to get them translated over to film. So I've been meaning to watch it now that it's on Netflix, especially. But
Oh, is it on Netflix? Huh. How about that?
been meaning to
apples?
maybe we'll have to
Have a team
chat movie night.
movie party. That'd be fun.
watch.
We should watch that World of Warcraft movie that came out.
Oh, we should.
Ooh, I think it would be
we
painful.
should. Yeah, was it bad?
I heard you'll get it if you know World of Warcraft.
I do not.
I don't,
I don't
either.
either. So
Well,
Ooh,
you're not gonna
let's
get
watch
it.
it.
Oh man, we should like watch it, but then like record narration of us. The
Yeah.
whole time.
Yes.
What the fuck is this? What the fuck is
Provide
that?
our own commentary.
Yeah.
Who's this now?
Wait,
Very
wait.
Mystery Theater 9000.
Yeah,
That would be fun.
That'd be fun. We could do it.
We could do
it.
it.
We should do that
We should do
because
that.
it's out.
Yeah. What is it on? It's not on Netflix.
No,
We can illegally get it offline.
or
did I just
legally
say?
purchase
Not
the
that
Blu-ray.
Team Chat supports such
Yeah.
things.
Don't pirate.
that I
Pirating
would.
is a crime.
Yeah. You wouldn't steal a car, would
You
you?
wouldn't steal a car.
Don't
Yes,
tell me
I
what
would.
Yeah.
You
what is
don't
it? Don't
know
tell me.
me.
Yeah, it's something
I'm
like
living
that.
my life.
played
Grand
Grand
Theft
Theft
Auto.
Of course I would. All right, so we got any more that we want to hit on?
I got plenty, but I
I mean,
don't
yeah,
wanna go
it's like
forever.
how much more do we want to go on?
I'll touch on this just briefly because I love talking about this series, Splinter
Is it
Cell.
Halo? Oh, what?
No, it's
Say-
Splinter Cell. It's not Halo.
Yeah, you haven't talked about this one in a long
I
time.
know, and I just have so many good things to say about the
I
Splinter
even
Cell
played
series.
Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I played Time Splitters. That was a
Okay, I was
lie.
gonna say I've talked about Splinter Cells a couple times on the show.
Splinter Cells.
Time Splinter Cells. Yeah.
When did I talk about Splinter Cell
Crossover
earlier?
event.
Crossover event of the year.
You talked about him like in.
I don't know. I talked about it for some reason.
Wait, is
way
this the
long
Tom
ago.
Yeah.
Clancy.
Yeah, Tom
Okay.
Clancy.
Yeah.
All right,
so
at
one
least
of
I was right about
one of
that.
the coolest things about Splinter Cell, obviously, is you have gadgets. It's like things like James Bond stuff, except a little bit more realistic, maybe, or at least they try to ground it in realism.
A pencil and a rubber band.
Yes, go
That's
Sam.
MacGyver.
Yeah, he's like, all right. Well, Sam Fisher's the main guy, and he's fairly iconic. I mean, Sam Fisher, his voice, everything about him was pretty big when the Splinter Cell series were really at their peak, which was maybe like early mid 2000s is
Yeah.
when it really was doing well.
They've made one in a long time.
Yeah, I think Black Cell. What was that?
Sure
stupid
do
game
wish
called?
they'd take a break from Call of Duty. For
Yeah, I hope
something
Splinter
else.
Cell's coming back. I hope they're taking their time with it. But anyways, this weapon is more of a gadget, but his weapon shows up through all the series, and you've seen it in other stuff before. It's a sticky camera. So maybe you've seen it before. I don't know. So
I
it's a
don't know if
sticky
it's-
camera. So imagine you're crawling, as Sam Fisher does, through a ventilation system, perhaps. And
As one would.
As one does.
Sam does. And perhaps below, there's 3 enemies that are in a conference room talking, and you can't really hear them. So with Splinter Cell, you have many different options. Go and kill them all, interrogate, and just get the information that way. Or another way could be to use the sticky camera, and you shoot it. It's like a fixed thing on your gun, so you can equip it and then shoot it at a wall. And unrealistically, no one sees it, right?
No one sees this projectile flying through the air.
What the fuck was that?
No one hears the shooting noise or sees the camera.
That's a camera.
That's fine.
That's okay.
That's fine.
So
Just
really,
a large fly.
at any time, it kind of so as you shoot it, no one sees it. But once it's on a wall, it is possible to get seen.
Okay.
So you shoot it, and maybe you just want to listen. So it has a mic attached. You can listen wherever you're pointing at. You can sort of hear that person. That's a way to get information, which you actually use pretty frequently. It's a good way to get information, and you don't have to kill anybody, which is great.
Nice.
Splinter Cell is all about nonviolence.
It's good that there's
That's how I
non-violent
play
ways
the
of taking
game.
care of things. Once we started out this episode talking about heads and bodies blowing apart,
not being a part of the body anymore. Yes. Or there's a couple different features on it, which I really like. One is a whistle, so you can go like, and people will be like,
distract somebody.
yeah, people, what's that? And they'll usually walk up and they're like, is that a camera? They'll kind of like look in, and then another option is sleeping gas. And you can dispel, or you can just push out sleeping gas for the whole person in front of you, and they'll kind of fall down. And think Metal Gear Solid, they'll be down for like 3 minutes while you can do whatever you want.
That's excellent.
And what's so cool is, like, obviously that's pretty neat for campaign, but you don't get the satisfaction like you've really tricked somebody because they're an AI character. You sort of are like, it's cool, but it seems like it's supposed to happen. They're also in multiplayer. And
that's cool.
And the multiplayer of specifically Pandora Tomorrow and Chaos Theory, I think, are some of the most fun multiplayer experiences that I've had. Really up there with Halo and Unreal and anything. Because
strong words.
I think people that played it would agree. Basically, it's 2v2, mercenaries versus spies, and already it's just so interesting. As a mercenary, you can't climb anything. It's all first-person view. As a spy, it's third-person. You can climb. You can get in vents. One of the coolest things I remember is you could get, if you like drop down and get behind the mercenary, you can choke them, and through your mic, during that moment, you can whisper things to them and then break their neck or something like that. So there was all these neat little things, and one of them was the sticky camera. And of course, if you played enough, you're like kind of watching out for sticky cameras, but still you can use it to see like what's in this room, what's there,
cool.
and you talk to your partner. It's like, you're good. You can kind of watch him go, and if he comes behind him, you can do the gas or what have you. So it's like when you use it in multiplayer, it is so interesting and satisfying to actually use it well. But yeah, the multiplayer, I'll reserve that for another episode, maybe when we talk about, I don't know, alternative multiplayer games. I have no idea. But that
would be a good episode.
It is it's such a strange, fun experience because being in first person and like your flashlight, that's all you really get, and you can hear them stomping above you, and you can like just kind of shoot up there, but you don't know if you're hitting them or not. It's such a good balance. It's super, super fun. It's 2v2. It's small and like communication's key.
That's very direct.
It's really cool.
That's awesome.
So yeah, the sticky camera was one that I was gonna talk about more, but I mean, I guess I said everything I need to say about it.
Gave us a pretty good overview.
Excellent.
I know.
Sticky cam. Not as cool as Mr. Face Man. Mr. Robot Man.
Mr. Zircon.
Mr. Zircon.
Mr. Zircon does not appreciate your tone.
Your costume needs more bullet holes. Allow Mr. Zircon to help. That's a good line.
Oh, man.
Oh, at one point, I think one of his lines is, Mr. Zircon needs no currency. His currency is pain.
I do remember that one.
Mr. Zircon deals in pain.
Mr. Zircon was always fun to throw out. But same thing, you only get like 4 uses of it.
You need to pick me up in a day. Just whip out Mr. Zircon.
Mr. Zircon's great.
That should be my ringtone.
Yeah.
Mr. Zircon.
Lines from Mr.
Yes,
Zircon.
That's awesome.
Good stuff.
Well, I think that is another great round volume of some of our favorite weapons.
That's such a fun topic.
We'll revisit this one again because, again, like one of mine was from Doom, so there'll be more stuff. I wanted to talk about one from Titanfall too. So there'll be we'll be able to circle back around to this one at a later date. But as always, let us know what some of your favorite weapons are that you've used in your gaming. And send us those lists through, preferably our Facebook or Twitter, or you could also send us an email at teamchatpodcast@gmail.com, and we'll share those with everyone through either reading it on air here or talking about it on the Facebook or Twitter or the YouTube comments, I guess, too. So I'll have to add in the song hint
later.
Yeah,
all right.
But so after the close, stick around for the hint of the song. Future Jerrett will be there to give it to you.
I wish it were me Lord Jerrett.
Yes, could it be Lord?
Hello, minions.
You don't get the hint.
I deem to give you the hint this week
That's such a good character.
I decree from on high.
that you shall have this hint. But no, so I'll add that all onto there at the end. But this draws this episode of Team Chat Podcast to a close. Until next time, I'm one of your hosts, Jerrett Wilson, joined to my right by Rachel Mogan.
Very well, peasants.
And to my left, Zachary Parks.
Goodbye.
We'll see you all next time. Stick around for the song. Hey everybody, I'm here with the song hint for this week's episode. It's given to us by Cody Peck. The hint being One Hit Wonder. One more time. The hint is One Hit Wonder. So here's the song. Send us your guesses Wednesday, 9 a.m. after this episode goes live. Comment on Facebook, Twitter, or in the comments section of YouTube. Once again, the hint is One Hit Wonder.